And welcome everyone, it's your boy Zero.
Hi, I'm Bulbtastic.
And I am BioZVenom, the pupper in the bowl.
He's
The
the
pupper.
dog.
The pupper indeed. And we're here to talk to you guys about that recent PlayStation showcase that happened last week. A little over a week ago, actually. Nanners, or Mash, rather, could not join us this time around. He's off adventuring elsewhere, doing some important stuff. So we're here to give our thoughts on it. A little late, but it was the only way we can make it work. So let's get straight into it, guys, because it was one hell of a showcase. It was a little over an hour long. Mm-hmm. And guys, tell everybody at home what's your overall reaction to the PlayStation showcase?
I honestly I had forgotten that it was happening. So
I'm on the same boat. I wasn't aware until Zero hit me up saying that, hey, this person's in the showcase. I'm like, what? Who?
Yeah. I had messaged you about Spider-Man 2 and Venom being a part of Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my god, Bio needs to see this. He needs to see this right now. So I remember I was taking pictures with my phone on my PC monitor, and I'm like, dude, look.
At first you said Venom, and then I reread it to see Venom Spider-Man. I'm like, oh, I thought Venom was a playable. No, it's just the black suited Spider-Man is the Venom.
Yeah, but that's still pretty cool. You
have,
you have Venom's powers and stuff.
Oh, his mechanics. Oh, I can't wait to try them.
Right?
Yeah. So 20 minutes before it happened, people were DMing me on Discord. They're like, hey, watch this thing? I was like, oh, I forgot. Yeah, it was pretty good. Like all of the Sony showcases, there was some really cool stuff and there was some really boring stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, especially for the purposes of this video, I don't want to get into too much about what was just the boring stuff, because a lot of it was indeed forgettable and a lot of it just made me question why'd you even show this off?
Yeah.
For me, when it comes to the showcase, I was looking forward to it because, to my understanding at least, I was expecting a couple of indie stuff that Sony's putting money into, because they usually do that sometimes. And then of course a lot of announcement from their inner teams, because they've been acquiring teams like crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe not like crazy, but they've been acquiring at a nice steady pace. So I'm
not
expecting
as much as Microsoft, but yeah.
Indeed. But yeah, when it comes to the PlayStation Showcase, like I said, I was waiting for big AAA games coming, or at least some announcements or hints at some of them from their inner studios. I was expecting that. And of course some indie stuff and some PSVR 2 stuff, but we did sort of get some of that, but it wasn't to the levels I was expecting. So if my if my overwhelmingness would have been up here, and then my underwhelmingness would have been down here, I was more in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm just yeah, it was all right. It wasn't god awful like some people are saying, but it was okay. We did get a couple of surprises.
We did. Some very nice ones.
Oh god. So moving on then. Actually, Bio, do you want to talk about what your feelings are towards the showcase?
It's pretty mid-tier. Yeah, you got some great announcements, but what were those other games that I felt like weren't hype enough to be showcased? If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me see. I had a note here. Helldivers. What is that? I didn't even know there was a Helldiver 1.
Helldiver, not Driver.
And Diver, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was on PS4, and I actually played it back in the day with some friends. The only thing that didn't, keep me in there was the fact that it was more of an over the top, and you're watching these little guys run around while you're controlling them and you shoot and stuff. It's not a horrible game, but Helldivers 2 had a pretty funny trailer, which I liked. And I don't know, maybe they'll go first person or over the shoulder this time around.
It looks like it got a crazy budget for the sequel to a arcade style game, so I don't know what happened there, but yeah, it
probably sold enough. It probably sold enough.
I thought it was Starship Troopers when I was seeing the trailers. I was like, but they just released a Starship Troopers game. Why would they have another one already? And then it was Helldivers. So.
All right, so let's move on. So yeah, to sort of help guide us, I wrote down questions. So the next question for us really is, what was your favorite part or your favorite like announcement? Like, which of the games there did you like enjoy seeing?
For me, Spider-Man.
Obviously, we all loved it.
The reveal for Final Shape for Destiny 2. Which I was actually surprised that he had the balls to bring that character back.
Cade, yeah.
Yeah.
I played very little of Destiny 2, and Cade was like, yeah, he's cool. He's awesome. Oh no, he died. Wait, he's
Yeah.
back? Like
Yep,
that's
exactly.
my whole thing.
He's a
I
fan
was like, what?
favorite.
However, because what I already, due to some YouTuber revealing leaks, I already knew he was on his way back, and more. But I
Yeah.
was surprised they still showed him regardless for the trailer. I'm still surprised they even showed anything for Final Shape. Like, why now? Why get us hyped now after how Lightfall performed?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they're probably trying to take it out with a bang.
I
Destiny 2 is kind of like their baby, you know? After
Is
they
this the last expansion?
What?
Are they ending the game?
They're ending. So with Final Shape, they are ending the Light and Darkness saga, but they will
Oh, okay.
continue the game after that. Could it be Destiny 3? We don't know. Could be something else.
I see.
Don't
mean,
know.
Destiny 2 has lasted forever.
It's quite a while, yeah.
7
Yeah.
years
That's a lot
That's
for
crazy.
a game.
or 6 years. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I hear you.
Yeah,
Well, look at Final Fantasy 14.
True.
you're also not wrong. You're
True,
also not
yeah.
wrong.
That's been 11 years. It's crazy.
Mhm.
God damn, really? 11
Yeah.
years?
Yeah, it's
Damn.
crazy, dude.
That's right. 15 came out a while ago.
Yeah.
Any other games, Bio, that you want to
What was it? I know I had it jotted down. Oh, Metal Gear.
Yeah,
Metal Gear Solid 3 remake.
Yeah,
Yep.
dude.
yeah. So instead of calling it Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, they're just calling it Metal Gear Solid Delta,
Delta, yeah.
Yes.
which I found interesting. I don't know. I'm not that well versed in Metal Gear like at all.
I thought you were.
No, I'm not. Again, I have the PlayStation Classic, and I
Oh.
just never bothered playing Metal Gear 1. And I never bought it digitally or anything, or any of the other versions. And it's something that I was planning on getting into. I just never took the time to do it.
Yeah, I don't really understand why they're calling it this.
It's because
yeah.
Kojima's not behind it.
Yeah, true.
And they're taking, so from what I read in, like, I think it was a Game Info's article or GameSpot article or something, maybe Inverse. It's going to follow the same way that Resident Evil remakes have been doing. It's the same story but with a little spin.
Oh, okay. I'm down with that. Yeah.
Okay.
And
And I guess by... Sorry, go ahead.
And since Kojima's not with Konami anymore, obviously they're gonna make it a huge spin on it.
Yeah. I hope they don't go too crazy with it, you know, like
Most
it's a
likely
classic, you know.
What here's the thing. Here's what I think they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Konami has been going on a... They've been skyfalling for a while. Let's be honest. They've been plummeting, and they're slowly going right back up. So they're probably trying to say, all right, let's take like one of the better games. Let's not confuse people by making a remake and just calling it the name remake.
Yeah.
Let's change it to Delta and see what we can do to sort of make it a standalone product instead of like a threequel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think they're trying to do with it. But also, aren't they releasing like HD upgrades of the first 3 games anyway?
They did. They announced the Metal Gear Solid Collection Volume 1, which is MGS 1, 2, and 3. And also MGS 3 is going to include Metal Gear 1 and 2, the 2 classic games. So,
What?
Yeah. The old 2D overhead, the 2D games. Yeah.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I get it. That's pretty interesting. Let's see what else, because I have a long list. You got any, Bulb?
Yeah, so yeah, Metal Gear was the biggest one for me, but also I was very, very excited to see Dragon's Dogma 2. You got the gameplay trailer from Capcom. It looks very, very good.
Have you played Dragon's Dogma?
Yeah, it was a surprise great game from Capcom in the PS3 era when they were not having their best moment, you know. So yeah, honestly, that's one of my favorite like fantasy games. So I'm excited to have a sequel. It looks really good.
It's badass. How about you, Bio? You played it?
No, never played Dogma.
I guess if we go back to Bungie, because obviously we already talked about Destiny and stuff, but they're also bringing back a game they supposedly worked on before.
Oh, Marathon?
Before Halo. Yeah, Marathon.
Mm-hmm.
However, people are saying that it doesn't look like the Marathon from back then. They're going more robotic.
It does not look like Marathon.
And the thing is, I'm down for it. It doesn't look horrible. I'm actually
the
quite
art
interested.
style looks sick. The new art style looks amazing. The one thing I'll say about Marathon is the original game has like a really crazy like deep lore that people are still like unlocking today. Like games from like the early 90s, like
really?
Late 80s. Yeah,
early 90s, or you mean late 90s?
No, it was early. It was
Wow.
like Doom era around there. So some people think that Halo is related in the same universe, and and also Destiny. Some people think Destiny is related also.
Supposedly, Master Chief is in the same universe as Destiny.
Yeah, so everybody thinks that all the Bungie universes are in the same thing. But yeah, the weird thing about this game is later that day they announced that it will be a extraction shooter.
Oh.
Yes.
What do they mean by that?
So I don't know if you know, like there's a game called Escape from Tarkov, and also there's a new mode in Call of Duty where you like go into this big open world area, and the goal of the game is not to defeat your enemies, it's to find stuff and get out alive with the stuff.
Okay, now I see what you mean.
So apparently this game is that. So some fans are nervous because that's not really what the original game was. And it seems like they're chasing a trend, but it might be. The art style looks really nice, so I'll give it a shot. Yeah.
Okay.
I will not.
I want to give it a try. Why not?
Yeah,
because it said it's only PvP based. I'm not really into PvP based.
Yeah, true. Oh yeah, so the one last thing that I wanted to talk about with Marathon is it's very weird because apparently Sony purchased Bungie, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this was announced as a multi-platform game. When I saw it in the showcase, I was like, oh, Sony's got like a one-up on Microsoft now. But no, Marathon is coming to Xbox and PC also. So like,
no, I knew that whatever Bungie was going to work on, especially this game, was going to be multi-platform because that was part of their deal. Sony didn't buy Bungie to make it like solely PlayStation only. They bought them so they can get some of that nice revenue from their, games, and also to use their talent to work on their own private games for their first-party games for PlayStation and possibly even PC. So, in all honesty, they get the security. Bungie gets the security from Sony. Sony gets some of that revenue, and they get the talent to then be like, all right, we're going to take this small part of your team and just put 2 or 3 here, help guide development of these other multiplayer games. It's not a bad idea, in my honest opinion. I mean, Destiny 2 has lasted this long.
Yeah,
it's just weird to me because, you left Activision to be your own publishers, and now you're working with Sony.
Yeah.
Remember, Activision has a very toxic work environment. I haven't really heard of the same toxicity from Sony or Microsoft. Yeah. So that's likely one of the reasons why they're like, look, if we're going to be owned by someone, co-owned by someone, because they technically also kind of own themselves. Co-ownership. If we're going to be co-owned by someone, at least let it be someone that just lets us do our own thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, Metal Gear is also multi-platform.
Yeah, that I kind of expected.
The collection
it's Konami.
as well.
They're not owned by Sony.
Yeah.
Let's move on to another game. So, Sword of the Sea. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, that thing came up, and my first thing was, yo, is that Journey 2? Are we getting Journey 2?
We're getting Tony Hawk's Pro Journey.
We really are. Yo, it's a guy. It not even a guy. It's just a figure. This awesome, cool figure in like the Journey universe, and he's just like, I'm gonna take the sword and I'm gonna sandboard everywhere, and I'm like, yes, I want this. This looks awesome. It looks like a small game that we can probably play online with others, because again, it gives me that Journey feel, and we can just freaking 360 kickflip around each other and whatnot. Like it looks awesome.
Journey ruled. I love that game a lot.
It was a lot of fun, and what's annoying me is that not a lot of people are actually talking about this. I don't see a lot of people going, "Oh my god, Sword of the Sea, that looks so awesome!" Like no one's mentioning it. A lot of people are just bitching, going, "Oh, we didn't see enough big title games." I'm like,
that probably was a big title game.
I will say that argument, for me, the argument is a little bit warranted, because like we were saying earlier, like all these big announcements were mostly multi-platform. So like,
yeah,
what is I think the only thing Sony had was Spider-Man, right, as an exclusive, which is really strange to me. Like, I don't care personally, because I'm down with multi-platform, but it's
Likewise.
weird to me. Yeah.
Let's see, another game I wanted to mention, The Plucky Squire. I'm not sure if this is a new game, and it's obviously not a console exclusive on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of it, The Plucky Squire?
No.
Not until this showcase. Yeah.
So it gives me a lot of Legend of Zelda Link Between Two Worlds vibes. Because it starts in a book, 2D, and then you can bring the guy out, and he's like walking around like a platformer and stuff, and
Yeah.
that really spoke to me. I'm like, yo, well, that looks pretty cool. And the art style is nice, and everything just looks interesting. There are puzzles you can solve, and I'm just like, why aren't more people talking about this?
Some people are just, they don't care about indie games, but there's a lot of good stuff in there. Yeah.
Honestly, it throws me for a loop. Now, I'm a big fan of VR. I don't know if you guys are. So when I saw Synapse, I was like, oh, that looks so cool. And if you guys don't remember it, I don't blame you, but it spoke to me. Basically, it's the game where you have a gun and you have psychic powers, and you just kind of like mess with people. You throw them around, and you're like, pop, 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 pop. You move things around, pop, pop. And I'm just like, yo, that's pretty cool. And the whole time, like, you have because you're going inside someone's mind, that's why that's possible. So the whole time you have the guy talking to you through his mind going, "You'll never catch me. You think you have the power to stop me? Ha 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 ha." So I'm here thinking to myself, that sounds like an awesome experience.
Yeah, it looked cool. I don't have PSVR.
I don't have a VR, period.
I mean, you can actually see my VR headset right behind me.
Nice.
But that's the first PlayStation VR, and hopefully, if my brother splits it with me, we'll probably share PSVR too, because him and I have our own PS5s.
Dude, that thing is more expensive than a PS5.
It annoys me that it is, you know?
That's crazy, dude.
Because it does. It's basically it's a gyroscope, two monitors, because they have two like specific monitors for your eyes, two or three other things like for like sensing your hands and shit, and then the controllers, which, you know, they're their own thing, and Sony has the balls to be like, yeah, we're gonna charge this much for it, and I'm thinking, yeah, but it's not like its own whole system inside. It doesn't even have a breakout box. You just put it in. So it's kind of annoying, but I still do want to like use it, because it does seem like a major upgrade from the previous.
Yeah, I don't know. I used the PlayStation VR, the first one, recording with you guys years ago.
Yeah.
And I wasn't super convinced by it. So, but I heard the new one's really, really good. So I don't know. But that's out of my reach. So
I don't blame you.
I don't even have a PS5 yet. So.
I mean, they are easier to get. It's just a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
We already talked about Spider-Man. What else?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Yes. Jesus Christ. So I never play. I'm not the biggest horror game fan.
Me neither.
So I'll play a few of them, but I never even tried Five Nights at Freddy's. So Bio, tell us about it. Why are you excited for it?
I mean, I don't play Five Nights at Freddy's either. I like watching people play it and see their reactions to it. Why I'm happy is more because it's more lore.
Yeah. Look, it's a popular property. A lot of people like it. It's only more of that for them, so
Yeah.
might as well be happy for them.
And it's also like with the Five Nights at Freddy movie coming out as well. I'm glad to see there's more Five Nights at Freddy products.
Yeah, excellent. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Alan Wake 2 was shown off, but the only real big crazy thing about Alan Wake 2 is the fact that they're going only digital, no physical release.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I could care less. What else do we have? Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Any
game
Grand
looks
Blue
awesome.
flans? Grand Blue Fantasy fans in this chat? Do we have any? You guys fans?
I've played the phone game before. It's not my thing, but I've been looking forward to this particular game for a long time because Platinum worked on it and it looks really good. So yeah, I don't know. I'm
It's
kind
anime.
of yeah.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just kind of into it. I'm like either way on it, but yeah.
I'm not around the same level. How about you, Bio?
No.
He's just like, nah. So Grand Blue Fantasy, for those of you guys who don't remember it, again, we don't blame you. It just looks like another anime game, but that's what kind of made me excited for it, because it looks like an anime game that has a lot of potential behind it. It's an action RPG, and action RPGs are fun. So I'm looking forward to it. It looks like fun. It looks like these characters have some good voice acting to it. It's not Japanese voice acting. There's English VO to it. So I'm looking forward to that because as an aspiring voice actor, I want to see more of it. I want to see more of like our people going in there and doing their stuff.
It looks like they put a lot of love into it, so I'll check it out. Yeah.
Sky of Oceans, another RPG, but this one is focusing on dog battles. Like, it looks like a turn-based JRPG, but with planes, and you're fighting inside the planes. I did not remember it. I had to look up some of the games that we saw.
Yeah.
And then I watched the trailer and I said, wait, why don't I remember this? This actually looks pretty badass. And the trailer was like, it's an homage to JRPGs. Meanwhile, you see the battle system and it's like this guy in a plane shooting at an enemy, and I'm like, wait, what? That's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
What do you
I'm
guys
gonna have to
think?
look at that. I'll have to check out that trailer again because I don't remember anything about that. That sounds cool though.
Yeah. What else do we have here? Any other games you guys wanted to mention before we move on?
Well, what was it? Resident Evil remake got a VR thing?
Resident Evil 4 has a VR mode.
Yeah, I had a game. This was like early in the presentation. Well, two. I have two. The first one I don't care too much about. It was called Fair Games. It's like it was
Yeah,
the
I
first
know which
game
one you're
they
talking
showed.
about.
And like it looked like Payday, which I don't really like Payday too much. But then after the show, I looked it up, and it turned out that that's being made by Jade Raymond's studio from Assassin's Creed 1. So like, yeah, I'm a little more curious about that after hearing that, but I don't know. It was all CGI, so who knew? Who knows?
There were some CGI trailers that kind of annoyed me. I wanted to see gameplay, but you mentioned Assassin's Creed. There's a new Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
I was gonna ask, like, what do you guys think about that?
I've been off the series since like 4, but like this one looks pretty good. Looks like they're going back to the stuff that made the original special. So
yeah,
maybe they realize that they've been doing too much. We'll see what happens.
I agree with you. I agree. Because it seemed like in every new Assassin's Creed game, they wanted to go above and beyond whatever the hell they did before. Like when they did the whole pirate thing, I'm like, yo, that's pretty badass. People are loving it. And then it just seemed like, oh, now we have to keep topping it over and over. And I'm like, that's not going to work well for you guys.
I mean, they turned it into an RPG. And I don't even hate... I I like the last two. I didn't play the Viking one. I played the Egypt one and the Greece one, and I liked them, but they were just too long. Like, I don't want
That's
to play an
what she said.
Assassin's Creed game for 100 hours. You know, like it's crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to have to spend that much time in a game. Back in the past, we'd be like, yeah, give us more for our games, but
Yeah.
now we have too many games.
Oh, we forgot to talk about Street Fighter 6.
I mean, look, on this channel, I've already posted enough about Street Fighter 6.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
It's coming out
you know,
on Friday.
It's coming out on literally
yeah.
the day this video goes up. It's coming out, like, or I might even post it Wednesday. Who knows? Depends on how much time I have to, work on this. But it's coming out literally this week.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered it, and the worst part about it is I may be in the office the day it comes out because I'm doing stuff after hours, so I probably won't be able to pick it up. So I'm kind of annoyed. But yeah, if you guys didn't get it already, it's freaking amazing. Did you guys get to play the beta, by the way?
I did.
I did.
What'd you guys think?
Ooh.
I liked. Oh, Yuri is my main.
Jury.
Yuri.
I
Listen,
wonder why.
People pronounce it Jury. People pronounce it Yuri. I lost it.
Well, if you want to really be authentic, it's Judy.
Judy.
But
whatever.
whatever, it's
Wait,
Jury.
I'm very curious. Why do you wonder why I like Yuri? Jury. Oh, you got me fucked up now.
Capcom seems like they know what they're doing with that character. They know their audience with that character.
I don't. What are their audience? This is my first time liking the character.
Oh, really?
I have never liked her in Street Fighter 5 or 4. I
They've,
guess maybe because
Dude, she's been the same character.
No,
Yeah.
but the crazy part is the modern controller made it why I liked her better.
Oh yeah, the modern controls are pretty cool actually.
I'm guessing Bulb said you liked her because of her aesthetics.
Yeah, that's what
Nah,
I was
that's me. No, if anything, I go for Chun-Li for that one.
I was in every single beta. Every single beta that came out, I was in it, and Ken is so good.
He's awesome.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's so amazing. Guile works great as well. I'm not a fan of Luke. Fuck Luke. I don't give a shit.
No, fuck you.
No, fuck you. Who else? Ryu has electrical powers.
Yeah.
Awesome. Chun-Li works amazing. They're finally doing Street Fighter well.
All the
And
new
they're
characters are cool. Yeah.
Everyone looks amazing. Cammy finally wears pants. Just saying, and she looks great in them. Just saying.
Yeah.
Freaking, they brought back what's his face? I'm forgetting his name.
DJ.
DJ. DJ is one of my favorite Charge characters. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, he's awesome.
He's cool. Yeah.
So if you guys don't get it already, we freaking love Street Fighter 6 and we can't wait to play it. I might even review the game.
I'm playing it
Like-
day one. Yeah.
I'll get it eventually. It's not a need for me.
Oh, it's a need for me.
Is it crossplay? Because I'm getting on.
It
PC.
is crossplay.
Okay.
I'm getting-
playing on-
You're fighting me.
I'm getting it on PC, but I suspect that someone's gonna get it for my birthday.
Okay.
For the
All
PS5
right.
probably.
Phantom Blade Zero. It had like a 3-minute trailer. It was
Wow.
It was like a ninja samurai. Like it kind of looked like a Dark Souls game.
I know what you're talking about. It looked, you're
Yeah.
not wrong. It did look like one of those types of games, but it looks like they're putting a lot of effort into it.
It looks
but
really
the art
good.
style has me a little bit iffy.
Yeah. And when I was watching it, I was like, that's the most PS2 game title I've ever heard in my life. Phantom
100%.
Blade Zero. So I was like,
100%.
maybe this will be cool. Let's go. But yeah, that's about it for me. Yeah.
All right, so those were some of the games we wanted to mention and talk about. But now, for the ender, what were some disappointments or things you guys wanted to see in the showcase? Not necessarily that you wanted to see disappointments, but what disappointed you, and or what did you guys want to see? What was it missing?
I mean, I didn't really have any. Again, I wasn't expecting this, so I didn't really have any expectation of any games I wanted to see.
I
If
have
anything, oh no, actually, I'm
Yeah, go ahead.
so wrong. I was expecting because I thought because I heard rumors, because someone like data mined it. I thought there was going to be an announcement of Bloodborne 2.
Yeah, I would have loved to see that, or at least
Yeah.
an upgrade to Bloodborne on PS4 to work at like 60 frames a second on PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't announce Bloodborne 2, because someone apparently data mined that was going to be in the showcase.
It'll probably be a state of play. Who knows?
Oh, maybe it's the same player I read it for.
Maybe it'll be at Jeff Keighley's thing.
I'm tired of that man.
That. I mean, look, he's trying to keep the world of gaming together. The guy's doing the work that we could never pull off. At least. Yeah.
I'm very disappointed in one thing. There was a game announced from Square Enix.
Oh God, yes.
Called Foam Stars. And
Foam Stars.
just very, very obvious that they're trying to copy Splatoon, and it's this thing that's been bugging me in the industry where everybody's trying to have their multiplayer game, but it's like not everyone can do that. So like, this game's probably gonna last 6 months and get shut down.
Oh
Make a
man,
bunch of
like
people upset. Like, come on.
the worst part about it is wanting to take ideas from other games is not a bad idea, but to make it so blatant is what's pissing me off. Because I mean, there are differences, obviously. Because in Foam Stars, you build on top of stuff, you know,
Yeah.
and you can sort of like skate on them, I guess, and jump off of them.
It's a surfboard or something. Yeah.
Yeah, so you could do that, which is different than what you do in Splatoon, which is more like, all right, I'm going to make myself a fast track, and then you go on the fast track. That's kind of what happens in Splatoon. So they are different, but it's so blatantly obvious that
obvious.
they're just like,
Yeah.
this is what we're doing. So I was kind of disappointed at that as well. All right, you got any other disappointments, Bio?
No. Just I was hoping for Bloodborne 2.
I mean, look, I was hoping for that as well. I was hoping for anything Bloodborne related because I have it and I have not played it. I would love to play it at 60 frames a second on PS5.
Maybe Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2.
Yeah. We'll probably get
Yeah.
that at Square Enix showcase in June or July or whatever. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get a trailer. What I wanted to see is more on Wolverine.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted to see more of that.
Yeah.
But obviously we're not going to get it. It's probably too early.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a little bit disappointed at that. I was disappointed that we didn't get to see what Blue Point has been working on.
Yeah.
What is Blue Point? Oh,
Blue
wait.
Point is a studio.
Is that the World of Warcraft type of game?
No,
No.
Blue Point makes remakes, like really fancy remakes, like the Shadow
of the Colossus.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah.
They have some major firepower in their arsenal, so I would love to see what they're working on. We got nothing from them. Again, it's probably going to be in Summer Showcase, which is next month, apparently, right? Is it next month?
I think
Yeah.
it's either mid-June or next month. Yeah. Well, June is next month. Yeah.
Yeah, literally a few days from now.
Yeah.
Actually, this is going up in June.
Yeah, it is. So it's this.
Yeah.
But if anyone's remaking Bloodborne, it's got to be Blue Point, right?
Yeah.
The rumor was
Or
that
if
they
they're-
were doing. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
No, what's the rumor?
The rumor was that they were doing Metal Gear 3, but Konami's
It's not
doing Metal
them.
Gear 3. So Blue Point's got to be doing something weird. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing that annoyed me, obviously, where the fuck is The Last of Us 2 multiplayer?
I don't. Why? That's an issue
Naughty
for you?
Dog, what's going on, man?
That-
You
that's
guys
an
are
issue
so
for you?
good.
They put out their, that the new trend lately where they put out their picture with all the words in it. Like, we're sorry.
We're
They put
sorry.
one out this week for that. So
Didn't they do the same thing for Overwatch 2 though? Because they canned that
Overwatch got one. Jedi Survivor got one.
yo, Jedi Survivor, what the fuck?
I mean, it's fine. I've been playing it. It's okay, but could be better.
So yeah, we still haven't seen anything about that multiplayer, not even a trailer or anything, so that's kind of annoying. And then lastly, Project Q. You guys know what that is?
What's Project Q?
It's
Sounds
a new
familiar.
handheld from Sony.
Oh, yes, I saw
Oh,
that.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
my brain
yeah.
wiped it out. My brain wiped it
I
out,
kind, I
man.
kind of, I want more details on that one.
I also want more details because I don't want to go ahead and say it's going to flop. But the fact that they're just like, yeah, we're working on a new handheld and it's streaming only. And
It's
I'm
a
like,
streaming
what?
device. Yep. And
Yeah,
it's ugly as sin.
It, oh,
It looks
So-
awful.
Sony is known to make stuff that looks pretty freaking decent, right?
Yeah.
The PS5 is not ugly. I wouldn't say it's beautiful, but it's not hard on the eyes.
It looks like Kaiba.
It looks like Kaiba.
It looks like
Yeah.
Kaiba. What the fuck?
A lot of females love Kaiba. Let's not forget
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I've met a lot of cross-dressing female cosplayers that play Kaiba. It's
Here. I'll put
it's
the
not
picture-
surprising actually.
Put the picture in the
But-
chat for you.
But when I saw
Oh,
Project
PS5,
Q,
yeah.
when I saw Project Q, I'm just like, wait, they really just broke a DualSense and then put a screen in between
Yep.
the two halves. Why? Why would they do that? So I'm kind of annoyed at the idea. It's 8 inches, right? So it's about this big, the screen, and then that's a big ass device.
Big.
And you're gonna need a pretty decent connection in order to like be able to play. So I'm curious. I'm curious about it, but I'm not excited about it.
And I bet you're gonna need a PlayStation Now subscription also.
No, again, PS Now is gone. You would need a PlayStation Plus subscription.
Oh yeah, they changed it right.
Yeah. What's also gonna annoy me is Sony's also known to charge a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, yeah, this is $200 for a streaming device.
Yeah.
Fuck that. If it's not at least 100 or lower, I don't even think I'd try it.
I get the feeling that they're getting nervous about the Steam Deck, so they were like, we gotta do something, but they low efforted it the most. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense if they're going to try to do the Steam Deck route, whereas Steam Deck is like $400.
Yeah, but the Steam Deck is a whole thing.
But
It's its own whole thing. It has a lot of stuff inside of it. It needs its own cooling system and everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's a PC.
It's a
You're
PC.
holding a PC. It's not a streaming device.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what the difference was. Got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look, basically, Project Q is a screen that has Wi-Fi and buttons.
Mhm.
That's
Well,
what it basically is.
Well, remember, it's in the name. Project. It's not fully developed. So
Yeah.
it could change development at any time. It might not even be a streaming thing at the long run.
What I want is for it to at least be able to handle emulation of PS2, PS1, hopefully maybe even PS3. I don't even think that's a possibility, really.
No, bro.
Yeah. Nah.
No, because you can just stream that from the servers.
Because something like that, I don't think would even be able to handle PS4. Who knows? But if it could handle at least some gaming on its own and stream PS5 games, that would sweeten the deal, obviously. But it would probably make the device more expensive. Who knows? I'm just gonna keep my eye on it. But
You know what
I
would've
hope they
been
update the
cool?
design.
What would have been cool is if they made a DualSense that you can pull apart and stick your phone in. And
They
then
did. The
you could
backbone.
Wait, really? Oh,
Yeah, look
that's
up
not
PlayStation
Sony,
Backbone.
though. Oh wait,
That is
did
Sony.
they do that really?
Yeah,
So
I have it.
He has the
Oh.
Bio
I
has
have
the
it.
backbone.
What's the
My only complaint is that like it needs Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but oh man, that looks pretty good, honestly.
It looks better than Project Q.
Yeah, it does. Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, so that right there is one of my biggest concerns and also disappointments because that thing just looks horrible, and then they're likely going to charge an arm and a leg for it, even though they shouldn't. But whatever. Any last thoughts, guys?
Looking forward to the games. That's about it.
Yeah. Dragon's Dogma 2. Let's go.
Street Fighter 6, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Anyway, so that's pretty much it, everyone. Thank you for sitting through our BS and listening to us. But let us know down in the comments, what did you guys think about the PlayStation Showcase? Did you guys like any of the games? What games didn't we mention that you want to see us talk about? Let us know in the comments below. And yeah, stay tuned for more awesome content. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Peace. Have a good night.